I'm at one of my dad's favorite places, which was the water. And we're also near the airport, so you might actually catch a plane or two go by. In this video, I wanted to talk about what inspires me along my journey with real estate. And watching my dad and my mom at 8 years old work together, it really helped me to put in perspective the importance of teamwork and working together. My mom and my dad found this offer where you could tear down 4 houses, these 4 wooden houses, and if you agreed to dispose of the wood or keep the wood, you could have the houses. And so basically they tore down the houses, they kept that wood, and they used that wood, believe it or not, to actually build our family home. So they ended up building our family home, which is a 13-room home. A 13-room home, which is pretty amazing, but they built our family home out of those 4 homes that they tore down, the 4 wooden homes. I helped with some of that process. At only 8 years old, I remember them taking me out one day, and I remember helping with some of the wood and getting a nail stuck in my foot. So that's my memory of helping at 8 years old. I didn't really get the concept of what was going on, but years later, it just showed me the value of teamwork and working together and the power in that. Although my parents did not work out, that was a beautiful lesson that I learned from watching them at that young age of 8 years old. Through my bedroom window, I'd watch my dad for the next year or so take that wood and build our new home. Pretty exciting stuff. But when I think back at it, I remember that time frame and actually thinking how little you know as a kid. So as I'm thinking to myself, I'm thinking, I consider myself as being poor. And then when I look back at it, I'm really thinking I never really stayed in any bad neighborhoods or neighborhoods with high crime. I never stayed in any government housing, anything like that. But that was actually our second home that my dad had built for us. And again, I was only about 8 years old. So we weren't really doing as bad as I thought we were doing growing up. But it was just an interesting experience because of the fact that of how they did things. And when we moved, I was at 10 years old when we actually moved into our home when it was completed. They bought an acre of land right next to the home we were renting. My dad built that home, and at 10 years old we moved into that home. Now, we moved into that home, there was no running water or electricity. We had a huge generator, and that supplied what we needed. At nighttime, we used kerosene lanterns are what we used at night. And also no AC or heat. So we had 2 huge fireplaces, and we had to chop that wood for the fireplaces. And me being the oldest in the house at the time, that I got a lot of that responsibility. But it was really cool life lessons that I learned from that, and it really did help me to understand the importance of teamwork, of working together. And at that young age, again, I was inspired to start my real estate journey, not even knowing it at the time. I was inspired to start.